Can I please speak now to the Syrian being that her cat Precious saw that had green energy? If we could speak to you now, please.
Hello.
Greetings, hello. Are you female or male?
Male.
And may I ask, what connection do you have to Kayla?
I'm her guide.
You're her guide. Mm-hmm. If you could describe yourself to us, how is it that you look and how do you work?
I'm feeling a slight headache.
Can you help her? If you could please help her, higher self, help her with her headache. I know there's lots of energy coming through right now through her. We could just balance out the energy, help some of that excess energy come out. Thank you.
I see a green with
Mm-hmm.
scales.
Yes.
It's benevolent.
Mm-hmm.
Seems to be like a shapeshifter.
Mm-hmm. What dimension are you in?
8.
You're the 8. And why is it that you can shift shapes?
It's who I am.
It's who you are. Mm-hmm. How is it that you aided throughout her life?
I'm liaison
Mm-hmm.
for her to these beings, to us.
Mm-hmm.
She will communicate through me.
Mm-hmm. So she will speak some of your information in words. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
You will speak through her.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. And is there a name for your race?
Syrian.
Syrian. Mm-hmm. Wonderful. What a pleasure to meet you. Thank you. And is there a planet for you?
Um, I see the word Andromeda.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Mm-hmm.
I think I see a green planet, blue green.
Yes. Is this your planet
Yeah.
that you're showing her? Good. And you say that she's going to be you're going to be speaking through her in the future. Is there anything you want to tell her about that?
She needs to meditate more.
Mm-hmm.
She will get it very easily. She already gets it sporadically throughout the day. She does it unknowingly.
Yes.
But she focuses more.
Yes.
The tension, it's going to come so quick.
Mm-hmm. Can you help her register your frequency so that she knows when you're trying to talk to her? She knows it's you?
Yes, I'll do that now.
Good. And also register her cougar friend, animal spirit guide, so she knows when he's trying to connect to her too, or she is. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Wonderful. Can you tell her a little bit more about why is it that you will be speaking through her? Is there a mission there in regards to that?
Yes, this is part of her mission.
Mm-hmm. And what is her mission?
She's a galactic liaison
Mm-hmm.
and a healer, ascension guide.
Wonderful. And are you just a liaison? Are you her higher self?
No?
Just a liaison, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Yes. And why is it that you are aligned with her? What is your connection to her?
Hi. Are you brother? Is my brother? Or
Which brother are you? Her older or younger?
galactic brother?
Oh, okay, galactic brother. Mm-hmm. Wonderful. Now, is there anything that you want to tell her right now that would benefit her for her highest good?
Stop stressing over the small things.
Mm-hmm.
They don't matter. Pay attention to your children. They have lots of messages in them.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Why is it that sometimes, since you're speaking of her children, why is it that sometimes she feels disconnected from them?
Is that attachment?
Oh, she does have an attachment.
Yes, yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Um, would you like to help us heal that attachment, or should we call on her higher self for that?
I'll be there during it.
You'll be there regardless. Go ahead. Okay. Any other message that you have for her?
Celebrate.
Mm.
It's time.
Yes.
It's here. We're all here. It's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
She keeps going back and forth like this isn't happening. And then we show her something. And she's like, it is happening. So just, it's happening. It's real.
And what's the it's that's happening?
The light polarization.
Mm-hmm.
Let's switch. The cycle has changed.
Yes.
The cycle is now turning into all positive grid lines and vibrations.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, there's going to be a switch,
Mm-hmm.
or it's already happened in most places.
Yes.
There's just like a few more spaces on Earth
Mm-hmm.
that need to have the switch to happen still.
Yes.
But
Wonderful.
it's like a clock. I can see this clock and
Mm-hmm.
it's going click, 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 and at each click goes to light.
Mm.
And that's what's happening now.
Yes. And can you share with us what places have been clicked to the light?
Avalon,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's Europe here.
Yes.
Parts of the United States,
Mm.
parts have not. There's still like a couple black spots, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're in one of those black spots,
Mm-hmm.
Aurora.
Yes, I'm sure I am.
Africa is
Mm-hmm.
still needing to switch the flick the switch.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it's like the light is engulfing. So these black spots are what's left over.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry, dropping stuff here. Um, what would you say? What percentage have been switched over to light? And are we talking about ley lines? Is that what you're
Uh,
talking about, or what are you talking about?
there's the ley lines, and it's the different consciousness bubbles are going through their waves. So every bubble is in a different wave, but
Mm-hmm.
there are still some bubbles that are not switched. So the bubbles that are switched are moving, getting the light waves that are coming in.
Mm. And with that, they spread that to the other parts that are not lit up yet.
Spread it, they have to accept first. So it's
Mm-hmm.
almost like a pimple pop,
Mm-hmm.
and then the waves start. So I'm seeing that the light, all the consciousness bubbles around the dark bubbles are eventually stressing it enough to where it's going to pop. And then the waves begin with those bubbles.
And which bubble would pop? The one that's light or the one that's dark?
The dark, the
Mm-hmm.
dark pop. Yes.
Okay. And is it like a consciousness thought form, like a collective like of collectives? These bubbles, are they collectives of
Yeah. There's
groups on
collective
Earth?
groups, soul families.
Okay.
They're all connected within each other, but the ones that are still haven't popped yet are there.
Okay. And is there something that we could be doing as a collective in aiding this process?
You're doing it. We are doing it now.
Good. What are the some of the things that we are doing now that are aiding it?
Well, the work we do, the practicing and clearing the energy fields, are giving these consciousnesses a chance to feel that light. And usually when they feel it, they chase it more, and it spreads and spreads that way.
Mm-hmm.
And talking to the people randomly that are put in your path are there
Yes.
to spread that that frequency that we carry.
Mm-hmm.
So then it's all in the plan. We already know.
Yes. Wonderful. This is wonderful. Beautiful to hear. I know there was some time there that we were in a negative timeline, so it's nice to hear this positivity here.
Yes, it's coming. It's very close.
Mm. Good, good. Let's see. And you within this dimension as a Syrian being, your I know she also saw green scales. What was that?
So our skin is
Mm-hmm.
different.
Mm-hmm.
It's but it's not reptilian.
Mm,
It's a different scale. It's like fish. It's
mm-hmm.
fish-like. I'm a fish being. It's not
Yes.
reptile.
Mm-hmm.
So she confuses and gets scared of me.
Yes.
So I try
Mm-hmm.
to look it different, and then she gets confused as to who I am.
Yes. Well, you look beautiful. Tell her more about how you look. Besides your skin, you got those green fish scales. What else do you have?
Um, I have flippers. They
Mm-hmm.
look green.
Now, you said that you've been here a long time and some beings left. Um,
Mm.
why did they leave?
The frequency got so dense, they felt hopeless. They couldn't handle it. They didn't think that Earth was going to make the shift.
Mm.
And so they left.
In our human years, when would that be that some of them left? That it got so dense?
I'm seeing this 50s, 60s,
Mm. Mm-hmm.
60s, they left.
What was it that changed, for example, this timeline?
Something really dark came in.
Mm-hmm. Can you talk to us about that?
Yeah.
What was it?
Like this darkness take, took the reins of the collective. And the collective didn't know because
Mm-hmm.
it's almost like it was a trick.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's like the reins are dark, but the bubble is light, but they can't see the reins and who's guiding them. But so they just trust, and they got taken by the dark
Mm-hmm.
and infiltrated. I see it leaking down through the timelines into everyone's timelines.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's like the core of the consciousness bubble has recognized the leaking of the darkness into the timelines.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're pushing back
Mm-hmm.
and taking the reins back.
And when you say rains, do you mean specific rains like the rainwater?
Like the reins on a horse, riding a horse, the reins,
Mm-hmm.
the taking a bull by the horns kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And I know that you said that you were one of the ones that stayed because you loved us. Why is it that you love us?
They're created.
Mm-hmm.
They're like the babies of the galaxy. Any baby you want to take care of.
Mm-hmm.
We love them. They are us. We are them. There's more.
Mm-hmm.
There's more babies in the universe.
Yes.
Seeing like 2 or 3 more planets that are like Earth.
Mm-hmm. That have the polarization.
Yes, they're in the learning stages. The dark is just the learning, but
Mm-hmm.
you don't let the learning take over. You choose the light.
Mm-hmm. Some people think that okay, once this Earth is done, we'll be completely positively polarized. But you mentioned that there is other planets that are similar to Earth. So, will there ever be a complete polarization of everything into light?
This is hard
Mm-hmm.
to explain.
Yes.
In this galaxy, it will become all light,
Mm-hmm.
but everybody's on a different timeline for this.
Yes.
So this galaxy is going to be all light, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And serious. We are all we are all going to light, but there are some parts that we don't even conceive of, that we aren't aware of,
Mm-hmm.
that are still, they have their process to go through.
Mm-hmm. Why am I sensing Dolores Cannon?
Hmm. She's here.
Would she like to speak to us?
Do you want her to speak to you?
Yes, I think that would be lovely.
Okay.
If you could please.
Hello.
Hi, Dolores. How are you?
Good.
Good. Silly question, I know. Thank you for being here. I know he started talking about, and first of all, he left before we could thank him. Thank you for all the beautiful information he gave us from Sirius.
Oh, he knows. He knows.
He knows, yes. Thank you.